A year ago down in Birmingham, being in New Orleans?
Yeah, this feels much better, man. I mean, it's a better bowl game, finished second in the SEC as opposed to last year. I mean, we had a great turnaround this year, had a long winning streak that we put together, and we feel like we earned the right to be here, so we're happy to be here.
How exciting is it that you've kind of got everyone back as close to 100% as they possibly could be?
We're really excited because we know when we had the team healthy, we were playing our best football, and I mean, it's clear to say that everybody in the country probably knows that, but we got everybody 100%, so we're ready to roll.
You think the significance has hit you guys yet, or is it going to be when you walk into the Superdome on Monday? Just, I mean, the Sugar Bowl and kind of what that means, has that hit you?
I mean, when we got here, we flipped the switch. Our coach did a great job of getting us ready while we was on campus. We had a great few practices while we were on campus, and soon as we got here, we knew we were here to win. I mean, of course, we want to have fun, we want to make it memorable, but we don't want to go back home with an L.
There's been a lot of debate across the country about the significance of bowl games, and especially the ones that aren't part of the playoff. How significant is this bowl game and why?
It's really important, especially going into next year. We got a lot of guys coming back. Pretty much the same team. We're only going to get better. So, you don't want to have that bad taste in your mouth all season. So, you want to get a W and try to get a lot of momentum going into next year.
What type of issues does Oklahoma's offense kind of cause that you've seen on tape?
I mean, they're a really good offense. They run the ball pretty well. I mean, they got two Heisman finalists, on the same side of the ball. So anytime you see that on paper, it has to catch your eye. So I mean, they do a lot of good things. Baker Mayfield makes a lot of plays with his legs, and like I said, they run the ball pretty well, and they're pretty solid around the board.
Seeing two running backs that they have, you've seen backs like that within the SEC. You practice against one like that in practice every day. Just tell me about those two backs that they have.
I mean, like I said, we respect those guys, but at the same time, we play SEC football, and we've seen guys we've seen a combination like that. Nick Chubb and Sony, then you got Darius and Leonard. You got Bo and Damien over at Alabama. So, I mean, we've seen two-headed monsters a lot of times, but what I think they do a lot well, they get the running backs involved in the pass game probably more than we've seen all year. So, I mean, that kind of caught our eye on film, but I feel like we're prepared for it.
Seen anything weird in New Orleans yet?
Nah, it's pretty much the same thing that I'm used to seeing. I'm 2 hours down the road, so this kind of is normal to me. But for the rest of the guys, they're pretty excited.
Have you had to explain anything to them?
Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, they've been asking me a lot of questions because I've been here a while. I'm the tour guide right now.
Have you told them anything about Bourbon Street? The guys that haven't been here.
Sir?
Have you told anybody about Bourbon Street, the guys that haven't been here?
Oh, yeah. They all know about Bourbon Street. We got a little slideshow of it when we first got here, so, we're prepared for that also.
Since you're the tour guide, give us the tour guide speech about Bourbon Street. What's it all about?
See, I ain't got time for it. That'll take a while, and I have to show you a few places.
So is this almost like a homecoming holiday for you?
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people from back home, they bought tickets for me, and I feel like by us being pretty close to it, I feel like we have the home field advantage. So I'm pretty sure the Auburn film will come out in numbers.
I mean, that probably growing up so close, the Sugar Bowl was a significant thing for you. I mean, how many times maybe you came here and watched the game, or just at least knew about it because it was happening 2 hours up the road?
Yeah, the only time that I came to a Sugar Bowl game was when Alabama played Oklahoma. But I've been to a couple New Orleans Saints games, but it's going to be kind of surreal for me to be on that field. It's an NFL field, and I know a lot of guys, we talked about it all week, about us having a dream to play in the NFL and just, getting the opportunity to play on the NFL field this early, it just gives you jitterbuzz just thinking about it.
You started 1-2 this season. Injuries, everything aside, how rewarding is it to play in this type of bowl game and kind of a springboard heading into the next year as well?
Like I said, man, we hit a big winning streak in the middle part of the year, which I feel like is really key to why we're here now. But I mean, I feel like I said, we earned this, and it showed our team, that we can handle adversity. Like you said, we started out 1-2. Everyone stayed on task. We didn't point any fingers, blame anyone. We knew we had to go out and fight. So I mean, I feel like it really showed our team what we're made of.
People talk about Baker and Dede there in the passing game, but I think I heard Trey say, you know what, we're going in to stop the run.
Yeah.
Priority one to stop the run. I mean, is that something just because that's just the way you play football?
Yeah, I mean, that's the standard that we live by. You don't want anyone to run the ball on you. But if you watch film, you see Oklahoma, they spray the ball out a lot, and they have Baker Mayfield and then Dede Westbrook and a lot of other great receivers that you hear about. But those guys are going to run the ball. P. Ryan's going to touch the ball probably 20 times a game. Joe Mixon, he's going to get the ball probably 20 times a game, running and passing. So, I mean, you got to respect those guys. If we know that they're going to come in and try to smash ball, we don't. We just got to be physical in front and protect our gaps.
When did you guys, and specifically your position group, start buying into Coach Steele? I mean, that's another coordinator that rolls in and didn't recruit you, and then just when did you guys start buying in?
When Coach Steele first came in, honestly, we didn't know pretty much a lot about him. We knew LSU had a pretty good defense from the previous year, but when he came in, he started putting the system in. You instantly knew why those guys were pretty good. He makes everyone get on the same page. It's really simple for the defense. All you got to do is, communicate pre-snap, and everyone fly around. But he came in, he showed us, mad love. He took us on his own. Like, he's been coaching us for 20 years. So, we just bought into the system, and it paid off.
Do you guys know anything about his story? He's from Alabama, always kind of wanted to be with Auburn kind of deal. Did he kind of share that with you guys?
Yeah, he told us about it when he first got here. His first college game was in Jordan-Hare. So, when he first told us that, we were like, he kind of understands, and he told us more history than probably we knew about it. So, we knew when he first got in that we had a great coach, and if we bought in, we were going to be pretty good, and it paid off.
What made you come to that Oklahoma-Alabama Sugar Bowl? What was your connection there?
Yeah, I had some guys that played football at Alabama from my former high school, and we were really cool with Alabama coaching staff. My former high school head coach actually coaches there now, so we came to the game that way.
What do you remember about that Sugar Bowl game?
I know they lost that game, but it was a pretty good game. And like I say, I think Baker Mayfield was there that year, wasn't he?
No, Trevor Knight was.
Oh yeah, Trevor Knight. Yeah. From that's Texas A&M. Yeah, but it was a pretty good game. And what I did see was they weren't going back down. They didn't care about the SEC brand, the SEC logo, and they went out and played football. And I expect the same from this team.
Who's been serving as Baker Mayfield on the scout team?
We have Tyler's been doing it. Woody Barrett's been doing it. Devin Adams been doing it. And I think those are the only guys that have been playing quarterback.
That just to give you guys different looks at.
Yeah, different styles. They all three of those guys bring different things to the table. Some can run, some can throw, some can do both. So I feel like they gave us a pretty good look at what we're going to see. But like I say, he's a special breed. He's a winning quarterback. So when he's on the field, you're going to know he's on the field.
Is there a level of pride with your side of the ball and especially in your linebacker core that you've kind of brought Auburn defense back to the forefront? It's not an afterthought anymore after the offense.
We feel like a lot of people respect our defense, but we still have some naysayers in the background that say we're not pretty good and we got weakness here, weakness there. But we don't really too much pay attention to. Our coaching staff does a great job of just keeping us focused on task. Like right now, we're not even thinking about the game. We're thinking about tomorrow's practice. We're going to watch film tonight and make corrections from what we did today and let the game take care of itself.
Could you tell, even as a younger player, that it was frustrating for those older guys to just be an afterthought, be a guy, Auburn can't stop anybody. They can score, but can't stop anybody.
Yeah, a lot of guys, I know Josh Harley, for an example, him and mine and Carl, they all stood up this year and were like, they didn't want their senior year to be remembered as another Auburn defense that couldn't stop anyone. For years it's always been about Auburn putting up 40 points, Auburn putting up 30 points, and giving up 31 or 41 points and still losing. So we came in this year with a standard, I think, to hold teams to 18 points, and I think we've held up to that standard also.
How would you describe this SEC season? It looks like beyond Alabama, a whole bunch of teams about even.
Really, you can't never down the SEC because, I feel like a lot of teams go to different conferences that, they'll dominate. But what we really do in the SEC, we bang each other up. So, it's still football, great football being played in other conferences, but I don't feel like the SEC is being played down at all.
With everybody being healthy now, does that give the team a little more confidence at Evanston when it came like that?
Yeah, like I said, when we did go on that win streak in the middle of the year, we were 100% healthy. All the guys were having fun. We were flying around making plays on both sides of the ball, even in special teams. So having everybody 100% healthy, we kind of feel like we're going to get that team that we were looking at in the middle stretch of the year.
Deshaun, what kind of progress do you see from Trey Threet and Richard McBride this year?
Oh, those guys, they've done a really great job helping us, on special teams this year. I really feel like, if they go in and play linebacker on some games, that we won't miss a beat. In the Arkansas game when Richard came in, his first two plays were tackles, and he even had a big hit. So T. Will's doing a great job of molding those young guys, and molding us also. He don't overlook anyone in his room, and I really respect that and like him about his coaching style. He looks at starters as backup and backup as starters. Everyone is just a linebacker to him. So the same coaching attention that the ones are getting, those guys are getting, I think their game will really develop.
All right.